When we talk about all the problems going on with the Marvel Cinematic Universe over the last few years, including the disastrous 2023, where even the mainstream medium was forced to admit what fans have been talking out for a long time, that this thing is a complete and total dumpster fire. Usually we're talking about the fan reactions, whether that's the reviews, whether that's the box office, something like that. And occasionally we hear about all the behind-the-scenes chaos going on at Marvel, but it's pretty rare we actually get an actor come out and talk about how bad it is working with the MCU. Well, now we do have someone speaking out about their experience with Marvel, and when you hear things like a kick in the balls or soul crushing, usually that would be in reference to fans that have been forced to sit through the last several years worth of trash from Marvel. But in this case, it's about actually working with the MCU. Ray Winstone recalls soul-destroying experience while filming for Marvel's Black Widow. The actor played the villain Dreykov in the Scarlett Johansson-led 2021 spy thriller. And Black Widow was an interesting, it felt like a little bit of a turning point for people because this is a character people wanted a movie for her a long time before it actually happened. And then by the time it comes out, it was very mediocre, a lot of massive problems. Seems like there was a lot of cuts going on. And of course, the female Taskmaster reveal ended up being a complete and total joke. A lot of people thought Black Widow was a massive step backwards and a very bad movie. And now one of the actors involved with that movie is talking about his experience working with Marvel. Look at some of these quotes. Ray Winstone says being in an MCU film was soul-destroying because producers wanted him to tone down his performance. He tried to quit his role as the Black Widow villain Dreykov when they asked for reshoots, but couldn't because of contract obligations. I would end up in court. It's like being kicked in the balls. I want to go through some of these quotes in context. And I do think that Dreykov was a big complaint for me in it because he just seemed so one note, so boring, like how they presented him. And apparently some of those things changed throughout the entire process. Ray Winstone has become the latest big name to criticize the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Winstone appeared in Marvel's Black Widow, which came out in 2021, which starred Scarlett Johansson as the title character. We, of course, know there was a lawsuit after that because of the release between Disney Plus and the theaters, all those things that went down that way. Quote, "It was fine until you have to do the reshoots," he said. "Then you find out a few producers have come down and your performance is too much. It's too strong. That's the way Marvel works. It can be soul-destroying because you feel like you're doing great work. Now, your performance is too much, it's too strong. You have to wonder exactly what that's in relation to. Does it mean to the people that are opposite of him? Does it mean they didn't want that necessary tone for the movie?" He doesn't really explain, but then he goes on. The actor revealed he was ready to give up on the project altogether. "I actually said, you ought to recast it because that was it for me. And you'll end up doing it again because you're contracted to. Otherwise, you end up in court. It's like being kicked in the balls." So I feel like fans have been saying this for a while, that being a fan of some of these franchises, just seeing them have the life sucked out of them, have them be destroyed by these people, it is like a kick in the balls. It can feel soul-crushing. We're now actually hearing that from behind the scenes as well, from actors involved with the MCU. I think there was a point in time, several years ago where all these big names would have jumped at a chance to be part of the MCU. I feel like that shifted a lot. All this chaos behind the scenes, all this stuff has really affected how people view the MCU. It was protected for a very long time. Fans were calling it out, but the media refused to do so. Now, with all the failures we've seen, it's impossible for people to ignore the problems that are going on there. And now we're actually hearing from some people involved with those said projects. What do you think about Ray Winstone's soul-destroying, kick-in-the-balls experience with Marvel's Black Widow? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.